That's for you easy to say as a man. Most women don't agree with that. This is simply not established. You would give examples of extreme cases, like a woman would want to rather live with a celebrity and share him with numerous other women than live alone with some random man. That's also that's an extreme example. It is simply untrue. A woman would not eventually be happier living with a celebrity just because he's a celebrity and she has to share him with 3 other women. The thing is also, this is an example of deviance. This is not a normal example.
You know
I as a man, for example, of course I know, but that's not a permanent life.
Why are there groupies if they don't like?
That's deviance. That's deviance. I would also like to.
Deviance. Oh wow.
It is unanimous in psychology.
Both agree that punishments have to exist. They're a necessary evil.
No, I don't think so.
Then where are we going to put the rapists?
Corrective behavior.
All those Muslim immigrant rapists, where are you going to put them?
Corrective behavior.
Where? They don't want
correct them. Corrective facilities. We should. I don't think that a Muslim who is caught raping somebody in the West, in Germany or in America, should be put onto a board or whatever it is and lashed 100 times. That is absolutely horrible. That is absolutely completely bigger than the crime that has been committed. That is inhuman. Talked for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and I haven't interrupted you. Whenever I begin to talk, you are throwing in so many things. It is ridiculous. We're not getting anywhere because I cannot put a single thought out there without you interrupting me, and I have to listen to you talk for 7, 8 minutes.
You want to put a timer? You want to put a timer? We put a timer. 5-minute allocation.
We can leave that to a debate. It was very clear.
Before I can make them, you interrupt my arguments before I can complete them. Let me finish the argument.
I am the guy.
Let me finish an argument and then respond. Isn't that what rational discourse is about?
Yes, and you haven't allowed me to do that one single time.
Articulate the argument. I did let you speak. You remember your whole immigrant Muslim rapist rant?
Yes, because I yelled and because I told you, please let me speak, and that was only the first.
I'll let you speak. Let me finish the argument, then I'll let you speak.
I cannot go on with this bullcrap anymore. Let's keep it brief. You are not making a point by bringing up lengthy references to some papers that no one will be able to look up when we have a consensus that disagrees with you.
I try to bring evidence for my points. Unlike you, I don't just hand wave and say, oh, it doesn't make sense. I actually bring evidence and step-by-step argumentation. That's the difference between the way I argue and the way that you rant. It doesn't support the point at all. Number one, no. Why is it
Daniel, I want to go on as we agreed because I want to.
Why are you interrupting?
Because we agreed from at the very beginning of our conversation before we started. You know that very well.
Over me, so you set me up by saying yes, homosexuals should get.
It is ridiculously stupid. It is scientifically agreed.
Don't let me explain fully. You interrupt me in the middle of the argument.
You interrupt me all the time, Daniel. I could just mute you here. I don't do that. You interrupt me all the time. We agreed before our chat that we will have very simple, short questions and short answers. Your questions go into a whole propaganda of what is scientifically.
Peer-reviewed research is propaganda?
I will mute you for a second. I'm sorry. You are presenting a study. I have muted you, yes. Just for a second to say something. You are but we went into a great conversation on the history and logic of slavery, whereas I completely agree that slavery is an essential part of human history. For example, you would think that I will come with one of these typical imbecile objections and will think, oh, slavery is evil. How dare people enslave people in history? How dare the Confederates do this and Muhammad do this and do that? No, I don't think like that at all. I think that slavery is completely historically, logically justified. But modern Muslim apologetics get so pathetic that they try to downplay the seriousness of Islamic slavery. They explain how different conditions were there. Islamic slavery was different. Slaves were treated well, but they can just shut up right away. A slave is a slave, an inferior, a tool, an object, a property that you use for help. There is no justification, no excuse to this at all. I think that slavery is completely, historically, logically justified. How is that a simple question? You would have to think.
No, it's simple. Happier. The West having all the resources, or 90% of the wealth of the world in the hands of the West, and everyone else having to deal with the scraps and the crumbs of the West. Is that a happier world, or a world where everything is distributed equally over all countries for all people? Which one's a happier world?
I don't know. Maybe it would be
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Maybe it would be if the West distributes everything equally to the rest of the world. Maybe it would be if the West dominates and the others just follow suit. I just don't
domination can lead to a better, happier result. I thought you were utilitarian.
No, that's not what I mean by that. What I mean, I don't understand what that has to do with our discussion, with our point.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
These people become extremely impatient, extremely aggressive, extremely dangerous when it comes to sexuality. These people resort to things like talking about sex with animals, for example, which is a commonly known, very common talk in Muslim culture, where you can talk about having sex with a donkey, or having sex with a camel, or having sex with a cow, for example.